Because MC didn't try to run at all. He didn't try to stall for time. Normally, it's just, he just let his probes take the punishment directly, and it was just too much.
Yeah,
He just lost way too much.
it's one of those moments where I think as Protoss, you hear it happening, you see the cloak, and you just sort of, you do the head hang.
Yeah.
There it was. That was an example of the head. You want to see it again? That's what it looks like.
I wasn't sure if you're having a moment of
No,
silence.
yeah, because there's no detection, and there's a cloaked Banshee in your base. But both players are ready, so we can get the game started.
All right, so it looks like we're going to go ahead and kick off the game. Good luck and have fun to both of our players. And we're going to go ahead and jump straight into MLG Daybreaku.
Yep, Thorzain taking the first match. I still think it's going to go to an ace match, though.
All right.
Are you going to change your prediction, or do you still think MC can take it?
No, I'm gonna say Thorzain is still gonna try to see if he can tie up the series. I'm not saying that it's going to happen for sure. I'm just saying that my hopes and dreams is that Thorzain shows why he is a foreign Terraner to be reckoned with, as he is the ace for Mouse Esports. He's the one that goes up the side. I mean, in fact, when he was sent to NASTL for the ace match, he went up against Hero, and it went to a very, very close series. But the whole idea is that Thorzain is the one that the Mouse relies on.
That was a great politically drafted answer. But I want to know, you originally picked MC to win the series. Do you still think MC is going to win the series?
Yes. I think
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say MC is going to take this because
well, you know
I
what?
got to stick with it, man.
I'm going to stick by him too, however, with this asterisk by it. Man, Thorzain in game one really destroyed him. He looked really good there. I mean, the Cloak Banshee worked very well. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Of course, MC, a bit of a build order win there for Thorzain, obviously. Going with the Stargate, delaying any kind of detection, had no way to deal with those. Thorzain couldn't have picked a better opener, really, in regards to that. So a lot of things really going Thorzain's way there. So congratulations to him after taking the first game off of MC. But MC's one of those players that also can sort of thrive on pressure, I think. So in a way, it probably motivated him. And we've seen that a lot in the series throughout this MLG in particular, where players get motivated after a loss. So we're going to have to see if that loss was a motivating factor for MC, as I said, or if he's might be a little cracked.
Well, honestly, that's kind of why a lot of Protoss players, for a while, really complained about the lack of detection or the difficulty of getting observers out. And that's why, honestly, people like Liquid Noni, who we saw before against Thorzain, open Robo on one base just to be safe specifically against that. MC took a big risk, and we were talking about earlier capitalizing on the risks that MC takes, and that's exactly what Thorzain did, and that's what he's going to need to do again in game number 2.
You know, you made a great point in saying that. We all know that MC risk is a big factor in his play. He doesn't mind taking them. He doesn't actually really mind dropping a game, to be quite honest, either. But again, I had also piggybacked off your point in saying Thorzain is a very risky player to do that against. Thorzain's one of those players that you really don't want to mess with too much. You know, it's a matter of fact, if you can play it as close to safe and standard as possible, I think that's the best way, and just rely on your engagements and setting the tone, gaining the initiative, and taking it into that double forge robo type build where you get into the late game where the synergy of the Protoss units work very well. And Thorzain is probably a champ at being able to stop that sort of thing from happening.
And the big thing right now is that Thorzain, of course, he's going for a 1 barracks fast expand without gas, and MC sees this because he saw a barracks walling off, no gas. That's everything indication of a 1 barracks fast expand without gas. So we'll see how Thorzain chooses to follow up there. Double gassing, would not be surprised to see him tech straight up to get as fast upgrades as possible in terms of getting combat shields or stim. We'll see what MC chooses to do. He's actually doing the same exact thing he did last game, except he's not getting a second gas just yet, so he's not going to go for Stargate play again.
No, and that makes me a happy camper. As you know, I was less than ecstatic when he opened Stargate in the last game. I just don't feel against, a player as great as Thorzain that's probably necessarily the best. Again, though, you know what? It's hard to really, how do you criticize MC, right? I mean, he knows his player. He obviously had the plan in place, and it was the fact that it was a straight-up build order win for the fact that he had no detection and the Banshees were out. But it could have very easily been a different story had Thorzain opened.
Yeah, we would have been praising him like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Exactly right, Fro. It's one of those things where you're either a hero or the 0 for doing it kind of thing. So there is a lot on the line there. But as I said, man, I just want to see this get to a nice macro game for the both of them and take it into a serious mid-game where the Army's engaged and we see some solid control and engagements. And MC right now just poking away with these 2 stalkers right now on that forward bunker. Thorzain, very safe, wants to bring the SCV out, get a little repair off. Doesn't want to take anything for granted this game.
Well, one of the things right now is MC's following with probably the safest option you could possibly do after 1 gate fast expand, which is getting 2 more gateways. And because that just means that right now he's not feeling safe. As Day9 pat us on the back. Now oh, that's so cool. Sean's so great. But he's following with the safest option possible, and the meaning is just so that he can get enough meat, because he's not sure exactly when Thorzain can move out, because the whole idea of these stim timings that Terrence gets, because we were talking about that he was going to go for upgrades. Yeah. The stim, it can be really quick. That gives Thorzain a lot of flexibility, and that gives him control of the map. That means you can't really wander out with stalkers the way you normally want to.
Exactly right. You can see stim about a little more than halfway done now, Froden, and a key upgrade for Terran, obviously. So he's got a good mix of Marauders in with those Marines. That's going to be a great amount of DPS coming out. MC checking in there at the Zelnaga. Will actually go ahead, has his forward pylon down, and this is where MC typically is at his best, 2 base aggression.
The 3-gate expand aggression we were talking about, the thing that he loves to do at IEM, and now he's got his 6 sentries.
That's the money number for him. And
oh man, he's going to have a lot of force fields. Will Thorzain have enough bunkers? He's seen this so many times. He's pulling his SCVs. It looks like
knows.
MC getting ready to go in here, Tumba.
Yeah, Thorzain absolutely knows he's in position. He's ready for this. But we've seen players in the past, like Ganji, be ready for this as well. And, you know, things don't go necessarily as planned just because MC has that great control. MC just posturing right now, though. He saw, I think, that Thorzain was quite ready for it, well prepared. So
he saw 2 bunkers, and he had a little bit of a second thought. We do see that 1 SCV is moving in, though, and sees almost everything. But back here at the natural, MC's trying to just provoke him to move out. Tries to see if he can move the units past the bunker and force field behind it. Does not want to catch the units behind them. He does not want to force field the Marines and Marauders away. That would make him safe. And MC's trying to see if you can just annoy him out.
Oh, here we go.
A 3rd
there
base.
It is.
Wow.
Love it. Now, what is scarier, Froden, than MC on 2 bases?
MC on 5 bases?
Again,
MC on 3 bases.
Yep. You know, I should shout out that you are an economics mathematics major. So, but yeah, 5 base would be quite scary, but 3 just in the same as well. Again, though, against most Terrans, great, wonderful, puts him, you know, in a great advantage. Against Thorzain, though, not so much. He's going to need that 3rd base.
And Thorzain's just, this is MC utilizing what people know about him to his strength. He's actually saying, people know that I love pressuring and I love attacking. He's just going to back off, keep his 6 sentries. Now they're going to have full energy by the next time they engage. And he's going to have double Forge upgrade with Twilight upgrade.
This is where I love MC. This is the position that I love. It's the current metagame of PvT that I feel gives, once again, a bit of an advantage to Protoss toward the mid-late game, just in essence of the synergy of the units, the way they all work together. The Sentries, the Colossus, the Stalkers, the Charge Lots. Then segue into things like Charge Lot Archon, and you know, you can also add Storm into the mix, and it can become a very, very frustrating for Terran. Terran then have to become more and more mobile on the map, implore more drop play, and I would love to see Thorzain scope out this 3rd. I'd love to see him take this whole army actually to this 3rd and check. And it looks like Froden, he's heading that way.
Well, because for a while he saw the units, but he saw nothing else, and he said, well, he's got to be doing something with his resources, so he's going to move out here.
Here we go. Great move by Thorzain as he is going to sniff out this 3rd. And this 3rd will go down quite quickly. He's getting a great firing arc. MC is going to choose to engage. His Guardian Shield popped. And but is Thorzain going to commit to this or just go home?
Well, I don't know. He's going to force field the units, and it looks like he's saying, Thorzain, you can't leave. The feedback on the medevac, but MC doesn't actually have enough cells here to tank. Looks like he's going to put up defensive force fields and lose his 3rd.
So he will lose the 3rd as predicted. For a second there, though, just because it was MC, I thought he might actually be able to engage the army there, save the 3rd, and really send Thorzain packing, but didn't happen. And you know, he'll have to be content to just sit back and wait. Still has 6 sentries though, so his sentry count very high. Again, you have to really consider that as really the crux to the Protoss build, especially early in the mid game, because sentries don't just cost gas; they cost time. They have to build that energy up, and really Thorzain needs to go ahead and make it a priority to snipe those Storm. About a quarter of the way finished. Mobius Reactor about halfway finished. Of course, we know Thorzain loves his ghosts. So getting that upgrade. And you can see right now, MC popping both Guardian Shields as he comes down. And that's just anticipation in finding the force, really, of Thorzain, who's not there at the moment.
Yeah, so MC right now just trying to see if he can transition to take his third, a little bit delayed. Thorzain's playing very well. He got his +1 finished. He also finished up Mobius Reactor. He had a Ghost Academy for a while going up as well. Getting up his other barracks. 6 barracks right now is total, but right now the most important thing is that Thorzain has map control because he's got a lot of medevacs out.
Look at that amount of medevacs there, and that's a great decision. Of course, adds to the resilience of his bio army, which he's going to need. And you can see MC just chronoing out that Storm as quickly as possible. Still has that forward pylon, may actually be doing a little bit of harass here. Is going to discover that Thorzain does have this third up and is going to go to work on the mineral line.
Well, right now, the good thing about MC's playstyle is that he's also mobile too, as he does have lots of room for growth, and it looks like we do see that MC right now is just gathering his units here in mass. He does keep some units back at home just in case a drop happens.
Yeah, he actually may have picked off a medevac there. Not 100% sure, but it looked like there was a blip toward the natural. And MC now starting to move out onto the map, getting more and more comfortable. Obviously has 2 Archons at the moment, as well as a host of Sentries, Zealots as well. And of course, if you can go ahead and use those in conjunction, you can get so many great force fields off, thus trapping the Terran where he can't flee.
I want to point out that MC already has +2 armor, and the fact that he's going to have +2 weapons and +3 armor way before Thorzain even gets anywhere close to that.
Those upgrades are key, Froden.
And it's going to make a huge difference maker, especially with EMPs on the field. The fact that EMPs, Thorzain's been really good at hitting them, but if for some reason he misses, the punishment is on from MC.
Yeah, your new nickname is B52 because you drop so many knowledge bombs.
Well, the idea is that with Guardian Shield and you're able to have +2 armor, you basically reduce the Marine's damage to 4, so it's basically completely null that you have that +1 upgrade.
Did you factor in the ghosts into that equation?
That's true. The ghost comes into the equation, but we looks like MC right now has a sense of where Thorzain's army is.
Oh, I love this. Sending the 1 Zealot out to get a look of where exactly he is, and that's so important. You have to know the position of the army, where it is. MC is salivating to get, he cannot wait to get aggressive right now. Scan going down right over the top of the army of MC. So Thorzain, of course, going to know exactly what he's dealing with. And look at this, setting out the lone Templar to get the Storms down, and there goes a fantastic Storm down for MC. And another one, and actually a little bit of slow to respond to that Templar there, allowing that Templar to survive longer than he should have.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Thorzain. I was watching a series against Bling and Noni. He's been really crisp with his Ghost to snipe Templar, and all of a sudden he's letting MC do what he wants with his Templar. He's putting him in position, and he's even bringing in another Observer just in case. As
Look
MC,
at this.
Oh, he's going to feed back another medevac with just Sting, because any stim after that will be really costly. Here we go. Thorzain was waiting for Ghost on his cloak, and now
but there is an Observer, though, for MC, though, with his main army as well. So here we go. Charge lots coming in. Guardian Shield has popped. MC not coming to the engagement. It snipes the Observer.
Yeah, that's huge, and most importantly, though, a lot of sentries are out of energy, so MC can't necessarily get the engagement he wants. Ghosts are moving forward. MC's hand might be forced here, but he is going to withdraw for just a moment's notice here, realizing that he needs some energy. He needs time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Needs to buy time. There we see the animation of that Marauder getting sliced and diced in half. That never gets old.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
MC at the same time trying to see if he can maneuver out. He's not sure exactly where his opponent is because he's playing kind of in the dark.
Yeah.
Thorzain's the one controlling the map. He's actually moving on to take a 4th expansion, which is pretty smart.
He's actually quite comfortable getting stormed. We've noticed that against Noni as well. He just doesn't mind. Here we go, the big engagement though, as charge lots are moving in. Triple Guardian Shield pop, and we can see right now just all of the EMPs going down, trying to sap the energy. Doing very well, of course, against Archon mate comprised of shields. So
man,
wow, Thorzain steamrolling MC.
Thorzain doing so much damage in the main majority-wise because those EMPs from the Ghost have been absolute money. MC did not have his AoE prepared. His Templar were not in position whatsoever to storm, as Thorzain will be able to take out this base. MC looks like he's in a lot of trouble, and we pegged MC as to be the favorite, but we also said Thorzain's Terran versus Protoss is extremely strong. MC losing his 3rd base, and that is a critical blow to the economy of Protoss, as right now MC forced to defend with Zealots, and just a couple of Archons is not going to be enough up against the might of Thorzain.
No
right
doubt, Broden. And I would like to officially change my pick for who's going to win this series. As you can see, Thorzain is not just any Terran proven. He's got the chops to take down arguably the best Korean Protoss. I don't know if MC can come back from that.
Well, MC, he does have a huge mineral resource bank right now, and he does have a lot of probes. So if he establishes his base, his resource income is still going to be decently high. But right now, the fact is his income's all limited to one base. If we pull up right now,
if you look at the supply too, 188 of 200 for our Terran Thorzain, 131 of 172 for SKMC. While he is floating a lot of minerals, guess what? So is Thorzain. So morphing the planetary, all of these things that I'm mentioning, really not really good for MC, but very good for Thorzain, just in terms of economy, being that Thorzain is uncontested in any of his bases.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point which MC really wishes he engaged with his force fields at least, or had something, but he did not have enough whatsoever, and that is why Thorzain is to be feared. His ghost control and his positioning is absolutely immaculate at this point. And we do see that MC does get scanned on, and the next battle could be the last one of the game, as right now Thorzain has a pretty good advantage in almost every department. He's got his tech caught up. He got 3-3 finished during this entire time, and now Thorzain even has the Viking just in case.
Just in case.
Of the MC tech.
No, and it's great. He can land those actually to go ahead and destroy Nexuses if he chooses to do so. Not going to have to right now, as he does have the ground army support, and frankly, there's no other Nexuses to go destroy. So caught in the back right now. MC is going to choose to engage this road, so here we go. Could be the last engagement. Archon's moving in now. We have that Immortal firing from behind, but I don't think that it's going to be enough to take out Thorzain as the resilience, all those ghosts, all those Marauders. GG out of MC.
Thorzain takes the series 2-0 as MC loses without picking up a game against Thorzain from Mouse Esports. Marcus Eklolf, you're good.
Yes, you are.
You are pretty good.
Congrats to you. Proving us obviously both wrong.
Yeah,
as,
I'm
it was close. It was close to call, obviously, and you know, no disrespect to MC, just didn't have it in this series versus Thorzain. And this is what we were talking about. Thorzain, what a notch in his belt, right? Because he just made it into pool play. So this is big for Thorzain. This is a great confidence booster, and I think this is just what he needed.
Yeah, he was down 0-1 in his group to Gonzi, but now he took out MC and probably the best Protoss that's currently here. People can argue for other Protoss as well, but people say MC is the one that they're targeting. It's the big X on his back, and he got that X. He hit it on the money. Thorzain showing why he's really good. And in my defense, I said Thorzain, if he would die in the series, it would go down 1-2. I knew he could take a game off MC.
Sure.
But, man, he took 2 games,
he took 2.
Clean sweep, not even looking back, and that's big.
It is. It really is. And it just shows how far Thorzain has come. It shows how far the foreigner scene, I think, in general has come.
Yeah.
These players are here, and they're to be feared and respected both.
Absolutely.
So, you know, congrats to Thorzain. He did just such a fantastic job in those games. And I got what I wanted to see anyway. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed the game. Go ahead and interact with us on Twitter. Give us predictions for the entire tournament, your favorite matches of today, anything you'd like to let us know. I'm Tumba, at TumbaSC on Twitter. Froden, of course, is at Froden. Feel free to go ahead and interact with whatever you wish. I hope you guys are enjoying the games as much as we are.
Yeah,
and you know,
we had a great time.
Once again, big congrats to Thorzain for that series.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have more StarCraft action coming up for you in just a few seconds. Just sit tight.